Good morning! Happy Memorial Day, everyone. We have finally got a beautiful day weather-wise. In fact, we're going to have a beautiful week here, it looks like. And, well, it's not windy today. So we're starting the day off with some new flags. This one here is a State of Ohio flag, and it's originally pennant shaped. It's quite worn and faded. I don't remember when I put these up. It's probably was, I don't know, July or August. Close to a year. I don't know if it's been quite a year, but and my American flag. Colors aren't so bad on it, but the end is getting pretty tattered. I know that this needs folded up properly. I can't do it by myself. Brand new, 5x8. And instead of putting another American flag back up, I don't know how you guys can see with that sun, but we have an American 250 flag. There we go. Hopefully those stay nice through the summer at least. So again, I say happy Memorial Day to everyone. I hope that you guys had a great weekend. Thank you to all of the military members out there. I know it's Memorial Day for the people that didn't come home, but thank you to everyone else as well. I can't thank them, so I'll thank you instead. All right, as for stuff around the farm today, I'm running into town this morning. I need to make a trip to the Menards. We've got some projects around the house I've been working on over the weekend here. I need a few supplies, so I'm gonna go and do that and get a few things. And then when I get back, I think it might be a drone spraying day. So we had a little rain over the weekend, not a huge amount. I can't even remember, maybe 3/10, 4/10 total. We had about a tenth yesterday here. But our wheat is heading out. Our sprayer is down to Berkey, where we need to finish spraying the corn down there. And we've got to get our head scab fungicide put on our wheat, and we've got to do it very quickly. And so I'm thinking that we're going to start spraying wheat with our Miravis Ace, and we're going to have to do it with the drone when I get back. Well, it is just about 10:30, and I have made it back from my little shopping trip. Let me get some conduit, some fittings, and we've got our gooseneck hooked up. We need to go get our drone trailer stuff loaded up and figure out where we're going to go. I'll talk to Dad. I had asked him to look at the wheat fields and figure out what order or where I need to go first. We have one field that there ain't no way we're going to spray with the big sprayer, and so that's going to be our first one, I imagine, and then we'll see from there. All right, I believe we're all set up here. I'll plug that cord in yet. And we're gonna get some batteries charging. We gotta clean out our tanks first. That one I'm reasonably confident is just fresh water that I put in for rinsing stuff. This one actually has a little bit of glyphosate left in it. There's probably 20-ish gallons in there. We're gonna throw that in the tank in the back of the Gator. Use it for spraying around edges and the building site and stuff here. So, but we need to rinse that out real good. I'm pretty sure I flushed fresh water through the drone when we finished the last time. But we'll run some more water through it just to be sure, because we don't want to put any glyphosate on our wheat. That will kill it. That's a bad thing. Don't do that. For some reason, well, I know why, but there's this somewhat misperception that farmers are spraying their wheat with glyphosate, and we don't do that. That's not a thing. Not a thing here anyway, because glyphosate kills wheat. I know there are some places that do a little desiccation, but I think they are few and far between, and it is not something that we have ever done, or I have ever seen done around here on the wheat that we grow. Okay, so we're spraying Miravis Ace. It is a fungicide for our wheat for head scab protection. We're gonna mix up two basically full totes, enough for like 180 something acres. It's gonna be a long day or two here. We're gonna need our tent. It's hot today. I'm also gonna see if we can get a piece of plywood to block some sound there. Yeah, so we need water. Make sure we top off our fuel. I've got batteries charging so they're good, full when we get to the field. We'll get our chemical mixed up. Both of my chemical tote mixers are on the trailer down to Berkey, so that's not great, but there's not much I can do about it, so yeah, we'll be okay. Okay, we're gonna start right here. Let's take a look at this wheat before we get too far out here. So the ideal timing for our Miravis Ace, this has a little bit wider window than a product called Prosaro that we used to use. But it's Feeks 5.31 or something. I'd have to double check that. But anyway, we wanted to do it when the wheat is pollinating. How do you know when the wheat is pollinating? Well, you see those little things hanging off the heads? Those are anthers. Anthers shed pollen. This wheat is actively pollinating right now. This is the perfect timing. And so we're going to spray this field. We're doing the field around my seed warehouse, what I use for a plot a lot of times. There's about 15 acres here. This one will go really quick. Kids are in the pool already over there. But yeah, so we're going to get set up here. This shouldn't be too hard to do. We got a sheet of plywood to try and deaden some sound, and even got a little foam for some insulation. So we'll get our generators fired up here and get stuff going. We got power lines on the other side of the road. Shouldn't affect us here. We got everything flushed out. We got our first tank load in. Let's start spraying wheat. This should be a good one. Oh, let's watch this. Oh, look at that. Beautiful pattern. It is a perfect day for it. We got just almost no breeze. We're flying fast. I went up to 12 feet instead of 10 feet. I might adjust that, actually, just watching it here. We have a slight north breeze. It's blowing the pattern just a little bit to that side. It won't matter because every pass is going to blow the same, right? That's the theory anyway. But yeah, let's get this weed sprayed. Yep, still cool. Still friggin' cool to watch. Especially when you got that dark background with the trees there and you can actually see the spray pattern. I mean, that is awesome to watch. This field's gonna go fast. 15 acres doesn't take very long. I did let all 3 batteries fully charge while we were prepping and getting everything ready here, so they're all good. I don't have that generator running just yet. When we get back and we've got one that needs charged again, we'll fire that second generator up. I get you guys all telling me how I should get an inverter generator because they're quiet. Well, guys, I hate to break this one to you, but look what it says. Multifunctional inverter generator. That one is not. I know that one's not, but this is the loud one, so yeah, it's not quite that simple. And they're too big of generators to, well, at least the battery charging one is too big of a generator to run it off of something small and quiet. So, all right, time to go. Tank 2. All right, so we did mix up our product in the first tank that we're using from here. I did not mix up any product in the second tank. I've got it here. We'll do it when we're ready for it, but I thought, just in case we don't actually get that much sprayed, or I don't want that much, I'm gonna not put the chemical in quite yet. So we'll use up this one. Should be enough for about 94, 95 acres, and then and we'll see where we're at. So it's gonna be a long day here, sitting on a trailer. I did bring my canopy. This field's only 15 acres, so we aren't gonna put it up until we get to the second field, but keep us out of the sun a little bit. We're on our third tank and we're dang near done with the field. It should finish all of the main passes and start on the border. Since I don't have my mixers, my tote mixers, they're both down to Berkey there. I'm just running the hose back in, and we've got enough flow here that it's going to agitate that up pretty well. So just stick that in there far enough that it's not going to pop out, and we'll just let that use that to agitate the tank and keep it mixed up. Let my pump run. All right, this one's done. Next target is right over there. We're just going to go around the corner. We got a driveway we can back in off of the road, and that one done. Off and running on field number 2 here. It wants to spray this one across the rows, and I said, you know what? I don't care. Do it. So it's going back and forth crosswise. It's going to keep getting further and further away from us. Shouldn't make any difference to me, really. So we're going to let that go. I'm going to get my 10 out here. One other thing I did notice driving around today is there is an awful lot of some really nice looking crops in our neighborhood. This last 2.5 weeks, we have just made a tremendous amount of progress, and all of the corn and most of the beans are all coming up and look just beautiful. This is one of our fields here right across the road from where we're spraying, and you can see it is every plant perfectly spaced, just came together beautiful. I mean, we couldn't have much better crop stand at this point. We're off to a really good start. We got a long ways to go. Who knows what the weather's going to be, but for right now, I'm really, really satisfied with where our corn and bean crop is at. Sometime this week, we'll have the opportunity to look around a little bit more, double check some emergence on some stuff, and just kind of look and see where everything is at. But today we're here drone spraying, and we've got to stick with that. We're probably going to be side dressing corn by the end of the week, if I had to guess. Things are going to grow fast with the heat and air temperatures that we have, or the sunshine and the air temperatures. So, yeah, it's good. Ah, yeah. Got my chair, got my tent. This isn't so bad. I remember doing this. It's not 100 degrees out today, though, so that's helpful. Upper 70s, it's beautiful. Let's spray some wheat. We're gonna be here for a while and get both these shuttles empty, so. Just watching it go back and forth. Not so bad here.
This actually might be more efficient to go across the rows or back and forth away from me instead of towards me, because it, oh, come out. It doesn't leave any little gaps, right? Like if we were spraying this way, it would run out halfway back and then it would leave a bunch and it would have to fill that in later. Where this way it's filling in all of the pieces because it always starts where it left off. And I don't know, it's working pretty good. Well, this has been pretty quick here. It should do just about the rest of it. Like we're quite gonna make the whole boundary, but we might call that good enough actually. Should do these last couple passes, start the boundary and fly all the way around to right there, and if we don't get that last little bit, I'm not upset about that. So cruising right through it. Once again, the hardest part of this job is remembering to keep your batteries switched so that there's one actively charging all of the time. So yeah, this is good. So we're gonna wrap up here. I don't know, maybe I'll just throw a strap on our tent. I gotta take it down. We're only going a mile over that way. I swing back into the farm. I need some defoamer. I forgot to put foam, anti-foam in the mix, and when I fill the drone, it foams up a little bit. It's not terrible, but a little defoamer would help that process. So, yeah, what else? That's it. It's about 1:30, I think. Not even, 1:15. So I might grab a bite to eat while we're going past the farm, and we'll see if we can get the next 90-acre piece done. All right, that one's done. Let's move on. Let our batteries catch up charging while we're driving.
Well, for some reason we lost audio on these next two clips here, but we got set up at the next field. This is one that we have sprayed already this spring on the wheat. We sprayed it numerous times last year when it was beans. It's a field with some muck pockets in it and stuff there. So you can see on the controller, we split it into two parts because I didn't want to spray. Last time we did this, it was wanting to go clear to the side of the field with the 2 on there when I was set up where I was, and I wanted to finish where we're at, and then we'll go and move down the road there a little bit farther. So I'm going to try this. Also, wherever we sat up there, there was something dead along the side of the road, and this is me gagging and saying that it stinks and we might move anyway, because when the wind blows wrong, I could barely sit there with whatever was dead.
Well, we're making progress here. We're finishing up this field, cleaning up all the little bits and pieces, and then we're gonna drive down the road and do this section. So that's gonna be as much as we do today. It won't empty our tank. Oh, yeah, we switched tanks. I was on a TikTok live stream, so I didn't update you guys for a while. But yeah, we got that one empty, so I dumped the chemical in over here. This is just the third tank load out of that. Not very much. And yeah, we've got, what do we got done? 51 acres in this field. So we're moving right through it. We'll go down there and do the rest of that from down the road farther. I don't have to smell whatever's dead over here. And then we'll probably do some more tomorrow. But that's enough for today. Dad was reading the label on this chemical. It's got a little bit wider window than some of the stuff we used to use. It says all the way through the milk stage of the wheat. We're a long ways from that. Now we want to get it on sooner rather than later, so we're going to keep moving with it, but it doesn't have to be done today. So anyway, yeah, it's going pretty good here. Okay, we got this side done. Let's move. Give us a chance to catch up on drone battery a little bit. Okay, we have moved. Got a little bit to finish up here. It just finished that first field. Now it's starting into the second one.
Aircraft braked to avoid obstacle.
Too close to the trees.
Aircraft backward to keep away from obstacle.
They're okay. Okay. Dang, look at that spray pattern. See it swirling around, spreading out. Man, that's cool to watch. Well, this should be our last flight in this field. It should finish that up right at the end there. It won't be about empty. I was going to quit here, but just up the road we have these two fields. I think I'm going to go and do this little one. I've got enough chemical to do it easily, and it's a pain in the butt with the big sprayer, so since we're right down the road from it, we'll just go and do it. All right, we moved down the road here. We got just this little field here. There's like 8 acres. It'll only be 2 tank loads, two flights. So this one will go pretty quick. Somehow, I don't know how, I wish I knew how to do this, but when I pulled this one up, it automatically had 2 different angles. So I've never been able to figure out, there's some fields where it makes sense to spray different directions. And this is the only time I've ever seen that, where automatically it selected the course angle, and most of the rows, or the main part, the long rows, go all the way through here. And then this dog leg in the back, it follows the ditch. I've never seen that happen, so that's good. Well, while the drone makes its last flight out here, I'm gonna get our tent taken down, put some stuff away. Looking at this wheat a little bit, I walked out here. Man, this wheat is tall. It's waist high on me. But we can see those anthers in there on this stuff as well. There's spots where the heads aren't quite as emerged. I was wrong on the feek stages, so I know the corn and soybean growth stages a lot better than I know wheat. Wheat is measured in feeks stages, and beginning, I want to say pollination, but I don't think that's quite the right word. Anthesis, I think is what they said, when the anthers are visible, is feeks 10.51. So 10.1 to 10.5 is the heads beginning to emerge, partially emerged, fully emerged. Heading complete, basically 0.5, and then 10.51 is anthesis, when the anthers start to become visible, which is what we see on here. And that is the perfect timing to spray our wheat with our head scab fungicide. Look at those nice new flags. Cool. My light out here has not been working for a while, and I bought a new one this weekend. So we're gonna see what it's gonna take to change this. Well, every time I buy a new light, it comes with a different mounting pattern. This one is a knuckle mount, and so I took my board that I had this one surface mounted off, and we got this mounted through the wall into the box. It should be secure. I don't know. If it falls off, it falls off. All right, well, we got our light on. There's some adjustments and stuff on it for beam angle and color and brightness, and so we'll look at it tonight when it's dark and see if it's any better. Don't step on the corn plants. Thought we'd check our corn, see if they got any more emergence. I have not been out here the last 2 days because the field has been muddy from the rain, but it's dried off enough today we can get out here. So today would be day 4, 5, 6 since the first one's emerged. So 6 days since that one. That is a V1 plant. We see no second leaf collar, but it looks pretty good. I doubt we're going to see any more. We've got a gap here, and we've got a gap here.
And gap there.
We do?
And gap there.
These are all flagged. There's a little misplacement there, but I think that we've got what we're going to get. So it's okay. Oh, jeez. Don't step on my corn. Green came up the first day, blue came up the second day. How are we doing, boys? Why do you have roller skates on in the dirt?
What's better, green or
blue? Green is better. Blue is okay. Yellow is bad. Red is even worse.
You're doing good with green.
Yep.
I like the blue.
You like the blue flags?
Yeah.
Should we walk down here and see if our sweet corn's coming up that we planted last week? Yeah. We need to get our grass planted. I should do that. I can do that today. All right, and we need to get some pumpkins planted. It's time for that too. So we've got room from here to where the corn starts down there to plant more sweet corn. So we'll do 2 or 3 more plantings. Probably a week from now we'll get the second one. And then from these flags going that way is all pumpkins. And then over there where we had pumpkins last year, we'll have sunflowers. Over here is where I planted those trait trials with that 2-row planter. This was the first stuff we planted with it. We don't have a perfect stand here. Got some gaps down there, but that row's good, this row's good. These 2 rows are good. That's interesting. wonder if we had some vac issues or something with that one, but good enough. That'll work. I'm so happy with that. So I did plant a couple rows of sweet sunflowers. Oh, we did get some. Look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, sweet. But we didn't have enough seed. We have since bought more seed. I have learned that if you buy black oil sunflower seed for bird seed, they grow just fine. And so I had my wife buy like a 20-pound bag, which is way too much. But we're going to fill the rest of this in because we just have these 2 rows here. And I can't drive straight with that 40-20. Holy cow. Those are crookeder than heck rows. That's okay. Cool. Well, she'll be happy there's some sunflowers growing. Good deal. All right. It is 6:30. I'm going to see if she would like to plant any pumpkins tonight. We didn't start any inside. I thought about it. I bought the kit to do it. Never did it. So we'll see what we can get to grow from seeds. I have lots of seeds that we saved from last year, so hopefully we can get a bunch of pumpkins to grow. Holy pumpkins. 45 hills, 18 different varieties. That's a lot. That's a lot. And not all of them. There are more. I don't know where we're going to put them because I ran out of space. But that's a lot of pumpkins. We might squeeze a few in the middle somewhere, just fill in some gaps. Okay, we recounted. There's actually 50 hills, and we have 21 different varieties. So I did 3 and then 2 and then 3 and then 2, and we have 20 rows total. So most everything, like the 2 are the same, the 3 are the same until we get down to the far end. We're like, oh, we got extra, we got to get planted. So then we just, in a 3 row, a couple of them, we just put 2 and 2. Anyway, I had run the corn planter through here, which is why we have rows, and I ran starter. So there's fertilizer, and I planted all these hills right on top of a row. So there's fertilizer bands through here. I was going to say randomly. They're not really random. And it should help feed the pumpkin crop a little bit. I do want to get some dual sprayed on it before any of these come up. That should help with the weed control a little bit. And we may throw a few hills in the middle here just to get a few more varieties planted that we didn't have room for, which is crazy that we have that many. But yeah.
So we can save all these for next year?
Maybe. Extra seeds still available if anybody's needs some seeds. I had one variety that kind of molded on me. I tried to dry them. I left them set on that cardboard for a month last fall after we harvested them, just out in the air to air dry, you know. And there was a couple that had started to get moldy. I opened the bags up, this one, to let them air out some more, and hopefully that saved them. But there was one bag that did it that I missed. It's that one. They got pretty moldy and gooey. I don't know that one is going to grow. So we marked on the flags the numbers for all the bags of the seeds that we saved from last year. So if we need to come out here and replant, we can do so. And if the seeds are that bad where they're just not going to grow, which could be, 90% of these,
No.
we can replant them. We can try again. So we'll see. It's going to be warm this week. They should grow fast. We should know by the weekend whether or not we're going to get a stand established. And I'm sure there'll be a few spots we need to fill in. And I thought about putting a little treatment residue on them. We could do that. It's possible. But yeah, that's a lot of pumpkins. So we're going to seed grass here, grass path back to the farm. We tiled this field last year, and so we had to tear the path out that we had so that we could level it back up after the tile lines went through it. So I've got grass seed. I should get that out and plant it right now. That would be a good thing to do today. But it's probably, 8 o'clock?
7:30?
7:30. Yeah, so I got a half hour before it's time it was, I thought, so I should just plant that grass, right? Update. We were going through the old seed stock from last year that didn't get planted and have found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more kinds of pumpkins to plant. Honey,
Whoops.
this is getting ridiculous.
Okay, sorry.
20,
They're not all new.
21. That's 30 different kinds of pumpkins. Did you guys know there was 30 different kinds of pumpkins?
Oh, there's even more. I haven't bought all of them.
We're going to go fill in the middles. Well, we screwed up our pattern and our nice even flag placement because We went, the rows that had 2, we added a third one, but I only went over, I had been like skipping a row, so they should be out here, and our flags would have all been in a line, but we skipped in a row, so they're a little closer together because I didn't want them growing in the grass out here that we're going to plant, but that's okay. That's 60 hills of pumpkins. That's a lot. All right. Boys, did you have fun in the pool today?
Yeah, it was so much fun.
It was super nice. It's super cold, though.
Yeah,
We don't have the heater hooked up yet. I got to dig in a gas line for it. So the water's about 65 degrees.
Yeah.
It's pretty cold. Anyway, we had a good day drone spraying. We did about 136 acres according to the app. Did 36 flights, I think it was. Okay, they see you waving. And so that was good. We're going to do some more tomorrow. I've got about 95 acres between 2 fields that are kind of a pain to spray. They're a long ways away, so if I could go and do them with the drone, then Dad doesn't have to do them with the big sprayer. Hopefully Dad can get to Berkey and finish spraying the corn down there and get moved back and keep spraying corn up here. I love you.
No, he said no. She was the viewers.
Oh, is that right? So that's the goal. Keep spraying the corn. If he can finish that, not tomorrow, but on Wednesday, then he might be able to finish the wheat. So we'll see. If we had a huge day drone spraying, we could do all the wheat. Probably not tomorrow, but then on Wednesday we could finish it with the drone if we want. But I have other things to do and don't really want to spend all day flying the drone right now. It is certainly nice to be able to do that, though, and have that. So anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great night. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below. We'll see you tomorrow. Right, everybody?
Yeah. Bye.
I love
you.
We got 2 baseball games tomorrow, too. So we'll do that. All right. See you, everybody.
Yeah.